Once upon a time, in a peaceful and picturesque town nestled amidst rolling hills and lush greenery, there lived a family of pigs comprising a kind-hearted mother pig and her three adorable piglets. The youngest piglet, a rotund fellow with a perpetual smile on his rosy snout, was known for his infectious laughter and boundless energy. The middle piglet, a contemplative thinker with a neatly trimmed tail, was thoughtful and meticulous in everything he did. The eldest piglet, a strong and steady young boar with a determined glint in his eye, possessed a strong sense of responsibility and resilience. Their cozy and humble abode was surrounded by a vegetable garden, the aroma of freshly tilled soil mingling with the scent of wildflowers that carpeted the nearby meadows. However, as the piglets grew older, their mother recognized the need for them to embark on a journey of self-reliance and independence. With a mix of pride and nostalgia, she gathered her children for a heartfelt conversation. "My dear children," she began, her voice resonating with love and wisdom, "the time has come for you to venture forth into the world and build your own homes. It's time for you to learn the art of self-sufficiency." As the piglets absorbed their mother's words, a profound sense of anticipation filled their hearts. The prospect of building their own homes was both exciting and daunting. Each piglet grappled with their own thoughts and feelings, preparing to embark on this significant chapter of their lives. After bidding a tearful goodbye to their mother, the three piglets set off into the vast world beyond their sheltered valley. The youngest piglet skipped merrily along the path, eager to put his dreams of home construction into action. The middle piglet followed thoughtfully, carefully considering the challenges ahead. Meanwhile, the eldest piglet walked with a steadfast determination etched on his face, ready to confront any obstacle that might arise. As the day wore on, the trio arrived at a clearing bathed in the golden hues of the setting sun. The youngest piglet, unable to contain his enthusiasm any longer, exclaimed, "This is the perfect spot for my house. Just look at how much space we have to play." Without further ado, he began gathering materials for his grand project. Spotting a nearby haystack, he envisioned a cozy house constructed entirely from straw. "Straw," he declared with conviction, "is just as good as wood or bricks." As he merrily assembled the walls of his future abode, the middle and eldest piglets exchanged glances, a silent understanding passing between them. They knew that while their youngest brother's enthusiasm was admirable, his choice of materials left much to be desired in terms of durability. With the sun dipping below the horizon, the youngest piglet proudly presented his straw house. "Behold," he announced with a flourish, "a magnificent dwelling fit for a pig of leisure. Isn't it charming?" Despite their reservations, the other piglets had to admit that the straw house had a certain rustic charm. However, the eldest piglet couldn't shake off a nagging sense of foreboding. "Dear brother," he began hesitantly, "while your house may be cozy, I fear it lacks sturdiness. You know, this area is notorious for its unpredictable weather, and I can't help but worry about your safety." The youngest piglet waved away his concerns with a dismissive snort. "Don't be such a killjoy, big brother," he retorted. "A little rain or wind won't bother me one bit. Why must you always dampen the spirits with your talk of danger? I say let us embrace the joy of living in these whimsical abodes built from nature's bounty." With that, the brothers retired for the night, each seeking the comfort of their own dwellings. The eldest piglet couldn't help but cast a worried glance at the frail straw structure before turning to his own more substantial abode made of wood. Meanwhile, in the depths of the forest that bordered the clearing, a cunning and hungry wolf stirred from his slumber. His keen senses had detected the presence of the pigs, and his stomach rumbled in anticipation of a hearty meal. With stealthy steps, he crept closer to the unsuspecting piglets, his eyes gleaming with predatory intent. As the first rays of sunlight peeked over the horizon, the youngest piglet awoke from a dreamless sleep and ambled toward the woods to gather materials for a fun game of building. Suddenly, his keen ears detected a faint sound that sent shivers down his spine. It was the unmistakable huff and puff of the big bad wolf, known for his voracious appetite for pork. Panic surged through the little piglet, and he raced back to his straw house, his heart pounding in his chest. Upon reaching his home, he frantically searched for a way out, but to his horror, he realized that the crafty wolf had blocked every exit with boulders. Just as the wolf's hot breath scorched his nostrils, the little piglet squeezed his eyes shut, bracing for the worst. But instead of the expected pain, he heard the sickening sound of crunching straw. When he dared to peek through a crack in the wall, he witnessed the wolf lumbering away with his house in shreds. Shaken and bewildered, he fled to his middle brother's wooden house, collapsing on the doorstep in a state of utter distress. Inside, the middle piglet and eldest piglet sprang into action. They bolted the doors, extinguished the candles to avoid detection, and waited anxiously for the wolf to pass. As the minutes ticked by, the wolf's frustrated growls echoed outside, growing fainter into the distance. Relief washed over the pigs as they realized that once again, their cleverness had outwitted their pursuer. Emboldened by their narrow escape, the three pigs emerged from their hiding spot, their faces illuminated by determination. The youngest piglet, shaken by the ordeal, finally understood the importance of his elder brother's advice. "You were right," he admitted sheepishly. "I shouldn't have been so hasty in building my house." The eldest piglet, his gaze resolute, replied, "It's never too late to learn from your mistakes. Now let's set out and build anew." And with renewed purpose, the brothers set off to find a new location for their homes. They ventured deep into the forest, and as the trees grew denser, the air filled with the sweet scent of pine. Suddenly, the eldest piglet stopped in his tracks. His eyes sparkled with inspiration as he gestured to a clearing bathed in dappled sunlight. "Here it is, the perfect place," he exclaimed. "Strong and sturdy enough to withstand even the fiercest storms." Without wasting a moment, the pigs began clearing the ground, each taking charge of a section with focused determination. The youngest piglet, eager to prove himself, worked tirelessly alongside his brothers.